part of all this, and have been in racing for all these years. 20, let's see, we started in 19, whatever it was. Anyway, 20-something years. And so it's been a thrill, and I have to say this is the first time in my life I've ever worked in the round. I feel like I need to adjust my pants in the back. I mean, I want to keep turning it. But anyway, I'm not very good with numbers, apart from, Joey, apart from dollar signs. So I made me some notes. And it's, gosh, it's fun. And it's a pleasure and honor to get to introduce Kyle and be a part of this whole award. Getting the numbers, I'm going to tell you, Kyle set the record. You just heard that. He still holds the record. He said till Saturday probably at 196 point. I rounded it up to 3 per hour. 196. I love that, Texas. I drove Texas here. You wouldn't believe that. I actually drove this track before they fixed it. And I kept coming around turn 4, and they said just stay to the infield. And I would just fly up toward the wall. This is on a Saturday, a 2-day training. And so I swear I thought I was going to hit the wall. And I said, what do you mean drive to the infield? I keep going up. And anyway, the next day I left. I didn't come back. And they wrecked the race and changed the track. Anyway, so the whole side had nothing to do with Kyle. Okay, he's #1 in the Texas Motor Speedway nationwide winners. #1 in the whole history of the track. You know, years ago, I forget, we were talking, it was 5 or 6 years ago, when Kyle said that he was his goal was to win 200 races in NASCAR. And I have to say, I thought, well, that's kind of arrogant. 200 races in NASCAR. Well, here we are now, he's at 130. I did the math, and if he actually makes it 12 more years, he's pushing 250. So that will be interesting to see how that works out. As a sidebar, Kyle has got 130 wins. I told you that. When Kyle left Hendricks Racing, I looked at the stats. I got the stats out and I started looking at his stats, and I said, wow, this guy, he goes top 10 half the times. And then he goes a third of the time, he's in the top 5. And I called Joe and I said, Joe, I don't know anything about this guy a whole lot. But I said, I've been looking at his stats and he's only 21 or 22 years old. So if I were you, I would try to sign him. You know, he may win you races for 20 years. Here we are, however many years. And so that part makes me feel pretty good about having some reasonable sense about things. Kyle now has led in NASCAR 9,960 laps. So he's 40 laps short, I'm a wizard in math, of 10,000 laps, which would put him 15th in the history of NASCAR for leading laps. Okay, winning percentage. In his history in the racing here, he has won 1 out of every 12 starts. That's a pretty great accomplishment. That's actually better than I am. Okay, for us, though, the biggest thing about Kyle Busch, as far as I'm concerned, is that, can anybody here name the name of the first race at Texas Motor Speedway?
Interstate Batteries.
Hush, that was not the name.
Interstate Batteries.
The name was the Interstate Battery 500. And she was right. Who won it? X-Side Batteries. Can you believe that? Only race we've ever sponsored. And our biggest competitor wins it. Who do you think had to give the trophy? Wow. But anyway, so Kyle Busch gave us the first winning Cup Series. Last year, he won for interstate batteries. That was a super big time for me. Kyle, come up here and receive whatever I'm supposed to have.
Appreciate it. I wasn't sure who had the handle to jerk him off, to get him off the stage, but man, he went on a little lengthy there, but it's all good. It's all in fun. It's man, it's fun to be here. I really appreciate Texas Motor Speedway, the Texas Motorsports Hall of Fame, and everyone. It's an honor to be here and achieving Racer of the Year award. And the success that I've had here at Texas Motor Speedway, as Norm mentioned, is pretty unprecedented. But hopefully there's many more years to come on down the line that I'm able to do that and still continue to win races here, rack up those trophies, and take them back to North Carolina. And it's an honor to have Norm here and to have him being able to introduce me. The relationship we've had over the years is it's been pretty amazing, and I guess I owe him all the 10% that I paid other people for getting me my job with Joe, right? And to have the relationship that you have with a guy like Norm and the folks with Interstate Batteries, thank you all for being here, everyone at our table, and of course the relationship with Joe. I remember being here just a couple years ago with Joe, and he said that it was one of the few times he won anything in Dallas. Was being able to be inducted into the Texas Motorsports Hall of Fame. So it's fun to pick jokes on my bosses. It's always nice to have that opportunity, because when the light's shining on me, I guess I get the chance to do that. But I'm sure it'll come back at me sometime or another. But all in all, thank you everyone. Thanks for having me tonight and this evening. It's an honor and really appreciate it.
All right, Kyle, don't leave. We're gonna Texas sweetheart come up here. All of a sudden, you become more popular. Norm, remember, Kyle's the one that got the award. Just in case. Got that. Kyle, a couple of quick questions here. This over time, this place has really suited you well, hasn't it, to say the very least?
Yeah, to say the least, it has. Like I mentioned, it's been fun to race here over the years. It took me a few years to get used to everything and exactly how to figure out the racetrack and what to do to win here. But once we started racking up those nationwide series wins with Jason Ratcliffe and the Joe Gibbs Racing guys in 2008, 9, 10, 11, and it was pretty fun to be able to achieve. I think it was 4 or 5 in a row, something like that. So unfortunately my streak ended. And, now we had to start it back over again. I thought we did that last year, but we weren't able to keep going last fall. So we'll start it again.
Well, congratulations, Texas Motor Speedway Racer of the Year,
Yeah,
Kyle Busch.
thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Way to go.
Have a great night.
Not many records.